Of all of the myths surrounding the Civil War, few are as long-lasting as those about African Americans and African American soldiers during the war. For decades, the mistaken view in history was that enslaved people were passive recipients of freedom given them by benevolent white folks. But the reality was that enslaved people and free blacks forced the issue of emancipation onto a Lincoln administration that ultimately, but reluctantly, came to view union and slavery as incompatible. At the start of the war, Abraham Lincoln's policy was clear. The war was against secession, not slavery. And Union commanders were ordered to return fugitive slaves to masters and to put down any slave insurrections. But abolitionists such as Frederick Douglass lobbied Washington, D.C. unceasingly for emancipation. But emancipation really began at the front lines, as Union officers, many facing the reality of slavery for the first time, began to doubt the wisdom and humanity of returning fugitive slaves to slave owners who were then hiring them out to the Confederate Army. Pressure mounted to hire fugitive enslaved people into the Union Army as a military and political expedient. In 1862, Congress enacted legislation authorizing the employment of fugitive slaves. On January 1, 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, and ending slavery became a political, military, and moral necessity. It became the war aim of the Union. The Union Army was transformed into an army of liberation as everywhere they went, slavery disappeared. The Emancipation Proclamation called for the enlistment of African Americans into the Union Army. By the summer of 1863, the first black troops were in the field. But they were paid less than whites, they were rarely promoted, and invariably commanded by white officers. The most famous battle of African American soldiers involved the 54th Massachusetts Regiment and the Battle of Fort Wagner. African Americans made up 1% of the northern population, but by the end of the Civil War, blacks made up 10% of the Union troops. Out of 220,000 black males in the North, 185,000 had enlisted in the Union Army. 85% of those eligible to fight signed up.